Who's up for mystery? Here's your look at the Jada Toys Scooby-Doo, the Diecast Mystery Machine with Shaggy and Scooby-Doo. From watching the show to playing out your own mysteries at playtime, Scooby-Doo Where Are You made every day more fun. Relive your favorite childhood moments with the Mystery Machine with Shaggy and Scooby-Doo action figures. Designed after the original cartoon, these die-cast figures are a timeless addition to any collection. Zoinks! Before we get a closer look at the Mystery Machine along with Shaggy and Scooby-Doo, why you got your hand there? The reasoning why I have my hand here is I'm going to first figure out how big the Mystery Machine actually is. For that, in order to prevent it from not zipping across the room and hitting the far neighboring wall, I put my hand there as an obstruction. We're going to start the tape measure, and I'm going to put it right to my finger, which basically is around to the point of the spare tire. I'm going to stop it right there. If I'm reading this correctly, the Mystery Machine, at least from a length perspective, is 7 inches. 7 inches long. We can switch that over to centimeters, revealing that the Jada Toys 1/24th Mystery Machine is 17.9, or is about 18 centimeters long. Perhaps what we'll have a look at first is the members of Mystery Incorporated. You don't get all of them, but at least you get Shaggy and Scooby-Doo. To get a closer look here at Shaggy, I mean, he's a pretty good-sized figure. If I put my thumb, not that that's much of a comparison, but to kind of give you an idea against one's thumb how big these are actually. And this is all die-cast. I think as well, for the fact that they are so small, the detailing on Shaggy is rather nice, actually. You can see he's still got the little whiskers there on his chin, the eyes as well as the eyeballs painted rather nicely, and even the eyebrow, at least one of them, again, nicely painted on the figure. It doesn't have any posability, even though really when you're looking at the arms, it almost looks like you'd be able to swivel these back and forth, but more so that's how they were assembled. Again, like this feels like it's metal. The arms themselves, as you can see as I'm bending them like this, seem to be plastic. So metal and then plastic arms. Spin around from the back so you can see it all the way around. Yeah, a nice little piece to be displayed along with the Mystery Machine. But you don't just get Shaggy. Oh no. You also get yourself a rather surprised-looking Scooby-Doo. I don't know if he's supposed to look this surprised. I think really the culprit is the fact that those pupils are so tiny. It does sort of make him look like Scooby has seen something. I may have probably gone in there. Maybe I might still just go in there with a very small pen and see if I can make those eyeballs just a little bit bigger. I mean, like the rest of the Scooby-Doo looks actually really good. Paint 4, again, its size is pretty good. I got a little bit of paint there, the yellow paint there on the back of his hind leg. I wonder if that's mustard. Anyways, you can see there's even the smallest detail, the Scooby-Doo little metal there on the end of his collar. Again, it's a really nice looking Scooby-Doo. The only thing I would have changed, and I might again just do that, is the pupils are way too small. It makes him look like he's overly shocked at something he's seeing. That Scooby, by the way, was all done in plastic, just in case you were curious. With that being said, let's get a closer look now at the Mystery Machine that I ended up finding over on eBay. Why? Well, it was actually the first place that I checked out, and I happened to find a seller that was selling one for a pretty good price, so I decided to pick it up. Funny though enough, after I picked up the Mystery Machine and already had it in hand, I checked around to other websites online, and many sites actually still list this as a pre-order, which I found was a bit strange. Anyways, this is a 1/24th release of the Mystery Machine made famous in the classic cartoon Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? And some of these subsequent sequels that would come afterwards until they modernized the look of the van. This is a timeless looking vehicle if you ask me, and if I had the chance to pick up a 1-to-1 scale of a vehicle, Mystery Machine I think would hit my top 5 list. This is a 1/24th release of the Mystery Machine, which seems to be more the thing that Jada Toys are releasing. And they do smaller and larger scales as well, but I feel like the most variety that you're getting is the 1/24th scale. I was big into collecting the 1/18th scale for a long time, but 1/18th's not as easy to find, and of course being that it's a bigger scaled vehicle, they tend to be a little bit more expensive. For their size, their cost, and the variety of what we're getting, I really am getting more and more into collecting the 1/24th scale, so if any opportunity is available, I'll pick up more of these, and more reviews of 1/24th scale releases will be coming shortly to this channel. I want to certainly show you guys it from all sides around. Unfortunately, on the back, it's missing a license plate. Trying to remember what the license plate would be on the Mystery Machine. I'd have to go back and watch the cartoon again. It's all made and comprised of die-cast metal. There are a few places, of course, like the bars across the top, the mirrors here on the side, and the undercarriage of the Mystery Machine is all in plastic. It does have, of course, functioning wheels. You would hope to think that they would have functioning wheels, and it does roll rather nicely. In case you are curious as well, as I've already dropped him, you can open up the doors on both sides. And inside it shows the interior of the Mystery Machine. Sadly, no color. They're really only keeping it to the plastic color of black. You can also open it on the other side as well. And unfortunately, even though there are seating available, you really can't take Shaggy nor Scooby-Doo and fit them inside unless you want to have Shaggy laying sideways. These are really more so just display pieces, like more accessories to showcase if you're getting a fancy steak, for example. Shaggy and Scooby-Doo with a little bit of sprinklings of parsley that you would want to have displayed along with the vehicle. It's got some really nice vibrant color. Again, it does have the functioning doors, so that's nice to see that you can open and close them. It's actually the only places on the vehicle that can open and close. And when you do close it, you'll see it has a rather unique way of closing. It sort of hinges and then folds in on itself like that. Same thing, it can be applied also from the other side as well. I'm a little on the disappointed side, unfortunately, that the back door doesn't open up. I mean, obviously for the fact that this seems to be, it almost seems the way it seemed like this, that this was a top piece that was added to a bottom piece. Still, it would have been really nice that they would have actually had a back working door. Sometimes Jada does this with both trunks, hoods, and of course the front and back doors, because the Mystery Machine only really does have the opening doors on the front and on either side, the passenger and the driver's side. At least there is something that you can open up on it. As for the top, this almost looks like you can detach this and remove it. I really want to stress the fact that it looks like it has been assembled by pieces. The bottom half, the mid half, and then the top part of it. None of it is really detachable, even though there are little seams that seem as if they're coming loose from themselves. Just want to push those back in. The coloring is actually rather nice on this. Again, it's very close to what we saw with the original cartoon. So you have that pastel blue making the majority of the vehicle's body. And then on top of that, you've got this shape that's almost kind of a yellowish green with the Mystery Machine, of course, branded onto the side with a few notable flowers there on this side. And of course, if we flip it around, it's on the other side here as well. You've got the spare tire here also on the front of the vehicle with some additional deco of that flower. And again, you've got some nice splashed effects where you've got that lime green color, yellow, mixed then with the blue down below. Unfortunately, the bumper here has suffered some damage. I don't know if the gang actually hit a ghost on the way to a mystery, but some damage, unfortunately, has been done to the bumper. It looks almost like it's vacuum formed chrome, but unfortunately, like I said, there's just a little nick there that's on the top. I can't imagine it's going to be across the board for every single one of the Mystery Machines. Unfortunately, I guess I just lucked out and had that little bit of damage, but displaying it certainly the way that I am, I'm probably going to have it like sideways like this, so I can have Shaggy and Scooby on maybe on one side like that. I mean, if you really think iconic, there's nothing more iconic, I feel, than the original Mystery Machine. And again, the fact that Jada Toys includes little figurines of both Shaggy and Scooby-Doo that you can display. You know what, we'll put Shaggy close to the door, and we'll put Scooby next to it. It doesn't really disappoint me either that they didn't include more of the gang. Fred, Daphne, and Velma, of course, could have all been included. But if you're really going to be picking, say, two, Scooby-Doo is a given, no matter what. Shaggy, I feel, is a good accompanying piece to go along with it. Both the figures, though their size are a little bit smaller, are nicely painted. The only thing, again, I would have fixed and might still even do this, might end up going in there with a little small pen. Oh, geez, I hope I don't screw it up, and I hope I don't screw it up. But I'm probably going to take that rather surprised look on Scooby's face, specifically around his eyes. I might just make those pupils just a little bit bigger. But I am very, very happy with the 1/24th release here of the Mystery Machine from the folks over at Jada Toys. I tell you, Jada Toys have been knocking it out of the park with the releases of their diecast cars. The ones that catch my attention the most are the Hollywood rides, a subcategory to what Jada Toys is putting out for their diecast line, specifically centered around television and movie vehicles. That's the thing that gets my attention the most. And again, like I said in this review, earlier on into my collecting days, I was really heavily into the 1/18th scale, because that was the thing that was really more circulated at the time between Joyride, what Hot Wheels was putting out as well. There was a lot more of 1/18th back in the day. I think now the size, based on what we're getting more with the variety, I think caters better to 1/24th scale, which works actually better for collection space. I don't have to worry about getting a 1/18th version of the Mystery Machine. I don't even think one exists either. Smaller scale definitely works still better, and even though you're shrinking down everything, it doesn't miss any of the details you would expect to see in a larger scale vehicle. Opening front, passenger, and driver side doors are a nice touch. And the accurate color that they've used for the Mystery Machine is very much, again, close to what we saw with the original cartoon. I always felt it was robbing the vehicle by updating the look of the Mystery Machine. The Mystery Machine should always look like this, a very close, squat-looking camper van. By making it more modernized, again, I think it lost a little bit of the appeal. So I'm glad to see when it came to the Hollywood Rides release, Jada Toys felt the need to go back to basics, go back to where it all started from, and give us the more retro look of the Mystery Machine in a 1/24th scale. And what a great looking vehicle this is. Again, for some reason, some of the sites are listing this right now as a pre-order, but I was able to find this over on eBay for around, I think it was around $30 or so. But based on what I'm seeing here from Jada Toys, and even going onto their site and seeing what they've advertised for the Hollywood rides, yes, in fact, I can see myself really heavily getting into the 1/24th scale market. Because that's based on the size, based on the variety, and based on the detail that they still put into these pieces. They are definitely great looking little vehicles to pick up and put on display. For your video question for today, if you've ever watched Scooby-Doo, what's your favorite ghost? Always like reading your comments down below. And if you guys are also new to this channel, enjoying all the content you're seeing, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and turn the bell notification on. Make sure, yes, you're keeping your peepers peeled to this channel, because there will be not only more Jada toy reviews lined up and coming your way, but we, of course, will be looking at other figures, collectibles, and so much more. If you are sticking around for the so much more, thank you for that. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for checking out this channel the way that you do. This channel couldn't be anything if it wasn't for you, the viewing audience. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.